Hey guys, Sneaky Kitty Game Dev here. In this video, I want to show you how to calibrate your Qidi printers X, Y, and Z. Now, to begin, I would recommend you go ahead and download this guy here. It's basically just 100 millimeter calibration print. You have your X, your Y, your Z, and yeah, go ahead, just print that out of whatever filament you want. Get that out of the way. Just go ahead and get it printed. Now, this video is going to piggyback off the previous video, which covered the E-steps. So that, once you have that done, you should basically already have your thumb drive that contains your calibration folder with your saved configs, because we are going to be using this original config file here, because that tells us what we already have. So that way I don't have to go through and just redo it. But again, skim through that video just so it shows you how to generate the saved configs or this new config file here, and you'll be good to go. That's literally it. Anyways, once that is done and you have your printed part, let's go ahead and open up your config file. That was under saved configs. And if we head over, go ahead and close that guy down to line 18. Here's your E steps, here's your Z, your X, and Y. So your X and Y in this case with this printer are handled together, but they should be on line 16 and 17. So now I'm going to go ahead and create a new file. I'll run that right beside it. And what we want to do is we want to get our current X, Y, and Z values. So I'm going to do X equals blank, Y equals blank, and Z equals blank. And our goal is to have 100 millimeters at each. So I want to take my calipers. I want to go ahead and measure the X, the Y, and the Z. So I'll be right back. All right. So I've already actually done this to my printer, but I need to do some ever so slight tweaking. But basically, I don't know how these all ended up being the exact same, but my X, Y, and Z came out to within, well, they're basically all at 100.10 millimeters. So now that we have that, we want to mark our current X, and that is going to equal, just do it the same manner. So that is going to equal this guy here for our X and our Y. Now they are combined, so I'm going to change this to current XY, and then our current Z. Let's grab our Z and paste it in as well. All right, so this is going to be very simple, and it's done basically in the exact same manner as our E steps. So we take our current, multiply that by our, I guess you could say our, let's do existing value. All right, let's do, I don't know what would be a good name. Our offset value, no, our incorrect one. So that'll be our X, Y, and Z script, X, Y, and Z. X, Y, Z measurement. And then we want to divide that by the distance or the amount that we are trying to measure. So in our case, we're trying to measure a 100 millimeter calibration tower thing. So we're going to put divide by 100. So that's going to give us a new XY is going to be equal to something, and our new Z is going to be equal to something. So let's go get the calculator here. All right. So let's do our XY first. Now again, they are combined. So if you have a different X and a different Y value, because they share the same instruction here, what I would recommend you do is find kind of the difference between them, or the middle ground, so to speak. So let's say your X was equal to 100.10 and your Y was equal to 100.16. What you would want to use is going to be a value of 100.13. So just get some middle ground between the two. That might help you out. All right, but in my case, they're the same. So I want to do 100.10, or sorry, not 100.10. I want to take my current X and Y. I'm going to multiply that by the X and Y measurement. So that's going to be our X and our Y, which in your case might be the middle ground. Mine are the same, so mine are 100.10. So I multiply by 100.10. Then I want to divide by the distance we were trying to get. So we were measuring a 100 millimeter tower. We're going to divide by 100. And this here will give us a new value. So we went from 0.010566 to 0.01 0.0576. So let's go ahead and copy this value. And now let's do our z really quick. So our z is going to be the same exact thing. Just copy it. And we want to multiply that by 100.10 in my case. Then we divide that by 100. And here's our new value. So I like kind of pasting these, the originals next to it, so I can round them off a little bit easier. Like so. Okay, so starting with our x and y. So here you can see we have 0.10576, and then the number right after is a 5. So that indicates that we're going to probably want to round up, but this is right in the middle, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to a 7, and then chop off the remaining 3 digits. The only reason I rounded up is because the next digit was a 5. Then we have this guy here, so 2493, and then the next digit is a 4, meaning we can just round, well, leave it. So I'm just going to chop off the last 3, and that's it. So you can see mine are very close, and hopefully this should put me spot on. I'm just going to let it print again for the night. But let's go ahead and bring those changes over. So we'll leave these up. We know our, remove those, they're not needed. Go back to our folder, go to our set XY steps, and we can open that with Notepad. So I went ahead and commented out where to replace it. These were my original. You can actually ignore those. But here's what you want to change. So let's grab our values here and paste it in. And then we just want to hit save, and we can close that down. Now we can do the same thing with our Z steps. Again, ignore that. But we copy our new Z value, go back over here, and we paste it in, and we hit save. And I need to rename this. Okay, so we have our new values. Go ahead and close all this down. Yeah, this is my SD card. Okay, so once that is all done, I will see you on the printer because we have to do something very important before we try to print anything with our new Z steps. Alrighty, back at our printer, what we want to do is go ahead and go to print, calibration, and we want to scroll down and find set XY steps. And we want to go through, we want to print that just like normal. Go ahead and hit confirm. Do the same thing for set Z steps. Go ahead and print and confirm again. Now, before you do really anything else, do any sort of prints or anything, go to tools, go to leveling, and hit fast level. Now, if you've already leveled your bed before, just run fast leveling, because when you adjust your Z, it's going to be off. So as you can see here, this kind of depends on if you were too short or too much before on your Z. But in my case, I was too short before. So I was at like 99 something millimeters, 99.6, I think. And when I increased my, my Z stepper motor, whatever steps you want to call it, my bed was pushing up into the nozzle. Now that, as you saw before, I was at 110 or 100.10. My little slip here, my piece of paper to measure the resistance, is actually below. So I want to raise my bed up some. And I want to keep doing this until I feel just a little bit of light resistance. And as you can tell, I wasn't actually pushing the paper in. I had gone up too much, but now I'm at the point where I have just barely any friction. So let's go ahead and save. And now we are good to go. So really the only thing you want to do is you want to print something that can test your adjustments. So this is what I was showing you at the beginning, where we had that 100 millimeter X, Y, and Z tower. I would recommend that you print the same thing again and measure it. And you're basically going to be doing the exact same steps that you did beforehand. So you want to print, you want to measure, see if the accuracy is within a range that you're happy with. And if it is, great. You're good to go, leave it. If not, but it's a little bit closer, you're going to want to do the same thing again until you get as close as you are really happy with. So in my case, I'm at 100.1. I want to try to go to somewhere along the lines of 100.05. And that's going to be my satisfaction range because most of the stuff that I print is functional. I have bolt holes that have to line up with other already existing parts, and I just need them to fit. So it's up to you to really continue and go as precise as you are able to get, or as you are until you're happy. So anyways, that's going to wrap up this video, and I will see you in the next one.